This is my version of a Corona vlog. A crock. We're just gonna call it a crock. I'm in Houston, Texas, and it is the end of March 15th. It's about 11 o'clock, even though for some reason my clock says 10 o'clock because last week I forgot to up the time. We are here at Target, and we are one of those people that got like out hoarded by people who were hoarding toilet paper. So I'm trying to come here. Hopefully it's late and, you know, all the craziness has died down a little bit. So I'm here to get some toilet paper. Thought I'd kind of vlog. I guess I have nothing else to do. So maybe like a couple of days, every few days or something, I could put a vlog up and let you guys know what's going on here. So let's just go on a quick journey in there and then I'll catch you guys up as we go along. Let's see what's going on. I do want you guys to see, I'm scared of sneezing, but my whole car is covered in yellow pollen. So, you know, people are thinking I'm sick, but I'm not. It's just allergies. I swear. Look at that. So, obviously you can tell we're in Texas because nobody's touching the fruits and vegetables. Still out of, well, we got some onions actually. And potatoes out. But honestly, it's really not that bad right now. In here, there's quite a bit of food in comparison to a lot of the other places I've been and seen, but as you guys know, we're here for tissue paper. Let's keep it moving. Oh man, I should go back and get some Claritin. Haha. Guess mission failure. Nothing. All Kleenex out. Oh, there's a little bit of Kleenex. What is this? I don't even know what that is. I did find a survival bread. That's the only bread they have here. And just looking to see if they have anything else that I can pick up just to have in the house. Okay, so this is the Kroger, not the Kroger, the Target down in Sugar Land area, south side of Houston area, and as you can see, they've got like some stuff here, but nothing, like no bread and you know, toilet paper. So the same few things that are kind of out everywhere, still out here. So I'm gonna try to order some online for my mom, so we have some. But if you have more than like 72 rolls of toilet paper and for some reason they're in your house, you're just a poo-poo butt. Like, disgusting, straight up. Hey, now that we're parked, I guess I can catch you guys up. Here in Houston, we don't really have any curfews set yet. I have noticed like H-E-B, which is like a big thing here in Texas, they're closing that down earlier, so they only function from 8 to 8. There's like a lot of people that are telling me that there's other things, like if you're a Starbucks kind of fan, it's to-go orders only, but Apple, the main stores are closed throughout the country, I think until the 28th. And personally, I think these are all great moves because we're seeing what happened to Italy when they unfortunately did not take such drastic measures. You know, you can be a carrier for these things. I could be a carrier for these things and I have no symptoms. And I could come across somebody with like a lower immunity, or maybe they're a little sick, or they're older and they're gonna have like way more issues than we can even imagine to deal with, let alone they could lose their life. So when people say that we're overreacting, I think that reacting is something that's going to help us here, because we saw what happened in South Korea. We're seeing what's happening in South Korea, and they're finally seeing a turn in everything. You know, they started testing people right away and making sure people were isolating themselves, and if they were sick, they were self-quarantining, and they're two totally different things. Self-quarantining means you could be potentially sick and you're quarantining yourself for that 14-day period, and then there's self-isolation, social distancing, so that you're not really like in contact with people very much. Even for my personal company, my graphic design web development company, everything has pretty much been remote, but even meetings with clients will no longer be happening face-to-face. I'm telecommuting for most of it. Not just because I'm worried about myself, obviously, but I have two parents that are over the age of 60, and you know, I have a grandmother who's in her 80s, and so they are my primary concern, and so are the well-being of the people around me. I hear right now that there's breaking news. It's about 10:23 Central Time, I'm hearing that, oh, well, that means that my clock was right earlier. So it's 10:23 Central Time, but I just heard that I think New York is shutting down their theaters and restaurants and things. And as much as I know this is going to hurt small businesses at a devastating level, I think that that was the right precaution to make right now. And if the government really wanted to help people, that instead of lowering mortgage rate or cutting the interest rate down to 0, when nobody's really looking to buy a house at the moment, something that would help people is the waiters and wait staff and people that will be out of jobs that are still going to have bills to pay, that are still going to have to buy food and supplies, that they give like money from the government. And you can call it socialism or whatever you want, but in a time when there's no income or people outspending the money to keep our capitalist economy moving, there has to be consideration for the people who depend on a day-to-day job and a day-to-day paycheck to be taken care of. So I'm gonna go and take myself to McDonald's, because we've been pretty much like keeping ourselves indoors as much as we can, and I have a feeling that in a few days that they'll probably do the same thing for the McDonald's workers, people that work in drive-thrus and stuff, that unless you're ordering delivery from someplace and they're delivering it direct to you, that they don't want people out and about, and I understand that. And I don't know if any of you guys play the game Death Stranding with Norman Reedus, where basically you're a delivery man and it's like in this weird apocalyptic kind of world. And there's this one lone ranger, and then there's a few people out here and there, but he takes all these like supplies and he has to deliver them. And that's kind of actually what's really happening right now, I feel, to keep people safe. And you know, it's like every zombie apocalypse movie, every movie on the planet that I can think of that I used to watch, the Silent Hill series, Resident Evil series, not so much, but anything like Contagion is almost exactly what's happening here. But I think the only plot twist that they didn't add was that they didn't think that we'd all be bum rushing for toilet paper, no puns intended, or intended if it made you laugh, so that's cool. And I did not think I would see the level of selfishness that I see in certain places, or the level of humanity that I've also seen in certain places. And to see like neighborhoods coming together and making sure people have supplies when they don't have them, you know, people giving their extra stuff to people with babies or elderly people or people who don't have any, like that's beautiful. And you know, we're America, we've got supplies for a while. Granted, a lot of people won't be working at the factories and a lot of importing and exporting is not going on. We depend heavily on exports to build our products here. So we might see a little bit less supply, but you know, humanity we can be in full supply of, because that's free AF. But what's not free AF is McDonald's, and I'm gonna go to McDonald's because I'm hungry now, and I'm gonna do the bad thing, and that means I'm going to McDonald's. So let's go. Gimme, get out of my way. Let me order. This is my treat. This is my treat for being our house ranger, and all of that looks like everything I want to eat now. Okay, welcome back. I did the bad thing and I'm home from McDonald's. And I guess like I said, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing in these vlogs, except I guess, ooh, I don't know if that was like a burp, or I don't know how to burp, fun fact. So that was strange. But I don't really think that a lot of us sometimes know like what to do with our whole day if we get too much time off, because some of us are super productive and some of us are introverts, so we just make the best of it. So I'll be coming up with like little random ideas, or if you guys have random ideas daily on what we can all do together or goals that we can accomplish. So, you know, in these next 2 months, we make them more productive than we do just like, you know, waiting for them to be over. That'll help time pass quick. Tomorrow, my goal is definitely to do one physical activity. And by that, I mean, I'm going to try to keep up with a workout routine. Now I'm going to try to record it, and I don't know how that's going to go. So that's either tomorrow or the next day. But I know tomorrow I'm working from home, so I have some work. And my other goal for the next foreseeable future, while I have work coming in, is for me to be more mindful of people in the service industry. And usually I'm pretty big on tips, because there's a lot of people who depend on tips, you know, to accommodate their income. Not just accommodate it, it's most of their income sometimes. And when you're going to these places, like if you're going to a car wash, you know, to get the pollen washed off your car here in Houston because it's outrageously caked on. If you're going to the grocery store and there's, you know, somebody helping you with your groceries or bagging your groceries or helping you take it out, or you're going to a local food store or a local restaurant and, you know, you have somebody who's waiting on you and trying to make make your day better by doing their job, that extra dollar that you don't normally give, that extra 5%, 10% that you don't normally give will go a really long way. So I know a personal goal of mine is, even though I believe in healthy tipping between 25 to 30%, if possible, on all things that for somebody who's offered, you know, good to excellent service, I do want to be more mindful that I put that extra funding towards people who might not have a solid job for the next 4 to 8 weeks or however long this is going to last, right? And so I would hope that if I could do it, that at least one of y'all can. And we're open to suggestions here. So if you have ideas for how we're supposed to spend these next few weeks, totally open to them. Just leave them down in the comments below. Or if you're feeling any sort of way, like I get a lot of comments on my Instagram or through my DMs, and I try to respond to as many as I can. But we're all here together. Whether you're here in Houston or you're in Japan or you're in Australia or Canada, we're all in this one particular situation together. So while we can't say that for most things that happen in our lifetimes, can definitely say this is a situation where we can work together and build each other up and be there for each other in, you know, even the smallest capacities. And, you know, if I gotta be socially distanced, I guess YouTube is gonna be a place for me to feel like I'm closer to people. Because human beings, even though some of us are introverts, we're social creatures. So I think I've blabbed enough for a video that I don't think I've ever done before. So hopefully it wasn't too boring. And like I said, I'm going to try to record the activities that I do and put them up. And if you guys have recorded an activity or have a suggestion, go ahead and drop your link below. Like, we want to see you do things. So thanks for stopping by, and I hope you guys are doing well and your families are safe, and, you know, just wishing all of you the best. And, you know, let's get through this together. We'll see you soon, okay? Bye.